Pokemon fans constantly complain that the newer games are becoming easier and about the predictable storylines of the main series games. But the truth is, Pokemon is a franchise intended for kids, and the Pokemon Company will always cater to their audience. This is where fan games come in, as it allows the older audience to experience the difficult game that they desire, as well as provide a compelling story. For most Pokemon fans, when they think of a Pokemon fan game, they think of Pokemon Insurgence. This incredible game introduces adult themes into Pokemon as well as make the game actually challenging, the polar opposite of a main series game. 3 years ago, I didn't have my Nintendo Switch yet, so I couldn't play the main series games. As such, the first Pokemon game I played was a fan game. Out of the many fan games I have played, Pokemon Insurgence is hands down the best game, and I'm here to share that with you. Let us begin. I began my journey side by side with my good friend Sayai, who you guys might recognize from my channel, as we see a man on stage speaking about the disappearance of the first Augur, how he took down the cults of the region, and how the man speaking will succeed the first Augur. Cults are this game's rendition of the evil teams, and there are 5 of them, each worshipping different legendary Pokemon. We find ourselves in a sticky situation as we almost lose our memories to a dream-eating Gengar. We escape thanks to a Mew who was sent by an unknown benefactor. We use Mew's ability to transform into a Darkrai cultist as we witness literal sacrifice to summon Darkrai. Darkrai flees and the leader Persephone is pissed and goes to check in on her prisoner. Little does she know we already escaped. We meet our rival Damien and we go select our starter. This game has its own gimmick however with Delta Pokemon. Delta Pokemon are a special kind of Pokemon whose type and appearance differs from their normal counterpart. Delta Pokemon have the same base stats as their non-Delta counterparts, but have different types, abilities, and learn sets. We have to choose from Delta Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander. We also learn that these Deltas were given by Ryukra, revealed to be the Perfection Cult leader. We choose Delta Charmander because Charizard is my favorite Pokemon. We name it Aluminum while we set ourselves to get a gift from the visiting Augur. We overhear cultists plotting to kill the Augur. We rush to warn the Augur, defeat the cultists, and persuade Damien's stepmom to let him go on a journey. Crisis averted. By the way, Aluminum evolved into a Charmeleon. We traveled to Midna Town to go to the Pokemon school where we are tasked to find a girl named Nora. We find her with Celebi in a cave and quickly establish chosen trainers, where trainers are chosen by legendary Pokemon. We head back to the Pokemon school where we lose twice to Damien, really frustrating, but we get the dub and beat Nora in the finals of the Pokemon school tournament. We witness a Riolu getting finessed, Mega Lucario saving it, and also get hired by a Pokemon media company. While filming episode 2, we catch a Delta Grimer, naming it Grain, and added it to the team. We challenged and defeated the first gym leader Orion with ease, but before we leave, Taion of the Perfection Cult shows up with a Kyurem, chases Reshiram only for it to return to Orion. He definitely failed how to be a criminal. Progressing on, we caught a Delta Ralts, naming it Elisa. After training, Elisa evolved into a Kirlia, then Gardevoir, while Aluminum evolved into a Charizard. We went to fight the next gym where his Shuckle pissed me off. We scored the win though and realized Damien is an idiot because he reveals his credit card number, IP address, phone password, and God knows what to an eavesdropping Abyssal cultist. The cult that worships Kyogre. He rightfully gets kidnapped and unrightfully gets saved and chosen by Shaman. He is one lucky guy. Grain evolved into a Delta Muck and we progress forward to witness Sky cultists extorting and killing a hiker. Sky cult worships Rayquaza. We also gamble at the game corner and get Delta Litwick, which we evolve into a Delta Lampent, naming it Flicker. We head to Helios City where we evolve Flicker into a Delta Chandelure. In order to warn the Augur about the Sky Cult, we traverse the Black Market where we meet Taion and destroy him in a battle. In a shocking turn of events, Jayan, the second Augur, is also the Sky Cult leader and he orders East, the gym leader, to take me down. We beat East and horrifyingly Jayan kills East as he fails to take us down. He summons Rayquaza, we defeat Rayquaza and he breaks a crystal with limitless energy. Classic Jan. 3 gym badges in, we head to the library to research a prophecy about chosen Pokemon. We meet Zachary, who definitely isn't sus, get told about a prophecy which involves one of the chosen trainers betraying the region to join the Infernal Cult. Anyone with an IQ of above 2 could realize the prophecy was a BS, but Nora proved otherwise as she freaked out. Upon Damien trying to calm her down, she literally cusses him out in the most disrespectful way, even highlighting how his biological mother left him. That's really dark, man. In other news, we add Cole the Delta Snorlax to our team, as well as Flinley the Delta Axew turned Haxorus. We witness Abyssal cult leader Audrey, who has the same hair as Damien. Suspicious? I think not. She catches Lugia and flees, and now we are in deep trouble. We pissed off 4 cult leaders so far and all want us killed. We have a Delta defense, also known as plot armor. We beat Harmony to get our 4th gym badge and witness the most disturbing sequence of events. Harmony's dads get mutated with Deoxys virus, he becomes immortal, and Damien gets kidnapped. Damien officially becomes the unluckiest guy once again. While heading to the next town to warn the gym leader about Rukra, Audrey sets her plan in action. We infiltrate her base to stop her plans, but Deoxys dude shows up, mutated Damien shows up, Audrey is Damien's mother revealed, and by snatching away the crystal piece Audrey had, Kyogre finesses Audrey. In this series of events, we become the first person since the first Augur to disband a cult, in this case the Abyssal cult. We get our 5th badge and realize the gym leader was forced into helping the Perfection cult. After destroying Taion again, he still manages to get all 3 Unovan dragons. After a spooky encounter with a dead Darkrai cultist, the very one that was sacrificed in the beginning, we get insight on how Damien could be saved. Also find out Zachary was the infernal cult leader worshipping Groudon. More on that later, but we encounter Persephone, who is hell-bent on finding out why Darkrai flees to her sister, Diana, the 6th gym leader. We fight her insane-looking Megazoroark and went on to take the 6th gym leader. After beating her Cresselia, we find out that the 7th gym leader runs a rain-based team. Tane also tries to summon the original Unovan dragon, but in a hilarious turn of events, this guy actually thought the dragon was called Name here. We destroyed him again and turned our attention to the infernal cult. Zachary brainwashes the entire region with a vaccine. Bro actually predicted COVID-19. We meet and defeat 7th gym leader Carl Reef after he redirected us to a armored guy who told us what the crystal piece was and how the first Augur was defeated. Zachary aka Zenith brainwashes everyone to thinking me, Nora and Carl Reef are bad people, and we are forced to go into hiding to plan and take down the infernal cult once and for all. After destroying Taion again and meeting Deoxys people to scale the mountain, Nora, Carl Reef, Diana and I take down Zachary and the infernal cult, not before Carl Reef is presumably killed by Zachary. We also find out the prophecy was fake and was part of an even bigger conspiracy. With the infernal cult taken down, we shift our attention towards the cult of Darkrai. Persephone enrages Darkrai and forces us, herself and the Deoxys people into our dream world. This is where things get crazy. The first Augur turns out to be our father, and he was sent to the dream world by Jen and Persephone. Since he couldn't be killed due to the crystal he possessed, he was simply gonna be erased in our dream world by Gengar using Dream Eater, the same sequence of events that happened in the beginning of the game. It all makes sense now. We defeat our dad, taking advantage of his team, which consists of a lot of 4-time weaknesses, to get our last and final badge. He also warns us about a godlike entity commonly referred to as She. We exit the dream world, leaving Persephone helpless, which means the cult of Darkrai is disbanded as well. Jaeon gets outed as a fraud by what looks like to be a Giratina cultist. The Sky cult goes down. We follow the Giratina cult guide through various landmarks and finally meet the person known as She, the Forgotten One Nyx. She claims that Arceus is a false prophet and Giratina was actually the ruler. We had to battle her to save our universe while she battled for her people. A truly noble battle. Did I say this battle was an inverse battle? Forgotten One Nyx. He sends out his Auroras, which in normal typings are trash, but inverse, this thing is an actual god of a Pokemon. We Mega Evolve Delta Charizard and we almost kill it, but it switches out. Breloom comes in. We take out the Breloom with Delta Muk. Delta Haxorus comes in, but it feigns to Delta Garchomp, almost killing it. Delta Snorlax also feigns to Garchomp because of a critical hit. We take Delta Gardevoir to finish off the Garchomp. Delta Charizard comes back in to deal with the Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan Mega Evolves into Mega Kangaskhan, and now it has 2 hits of Power Up Punch and whatever move it decides to use. We switch into Delta Chandelure to burn and stall it to take it down. It takes out Delta Chandelure, however, and Delta Gardevoir comes in to get 2 kills. Delta Muk deals with the Exeggutor, and it also deals with the Greninja. So Delta Muk MVP of this battle, clearly, because it took out the Greninja all by itself. and Forgotten One Nyx has been defeated. He's in shock of how this happened. After beating and quelling Giratina, we successfully saved the universe. We might have achieved astronomical feats, but we had to make it official. Time to become the Pokemon champion. Real quick though, this is Sayaya giving his best effort at a YouTube intro.
Yo, what's up guys? My name is Sayaya and okay, bye.
For the video, I apologize for not recording the first Elite Four battle. I kinda forgot. She uses a baton pass team, so that's that. We move on quickly to battle with Edward, and this battle was pretty easy. I set up Belly Drum with my Delta Snorlax, Max Potion it back up, and then Seed Bomb sweep this entire team, and that was him done. He did have a Mega Cacturn, which was pretty scary, but it was no problem for Delta Snorlax. We quickly moved on to the next Elite Four member. After we finished the Edward battle, he had a Sandstorm team, and in the team of Weather, Yuki had a Hail team with Snow Warning Cryogonal, or I don't think it was Snow Warning Cryogonal, but she had a Snow Warning Pokemon. The Cryogonal actually Mega Evolved into that, which looks way better than the original Cryogonal, by the way, so that's pretty cool. She also had a Delta Trevenant, which was the Snow Warning Pokemon. It set up Hail, and her Pokemon used that a lot, and I had to revive a lot of my Pokemon. But it doesn't matter, we battled and won her. Yuki was taken down. Time for the final Elite Four member, London, who uses a Trick Room team. Basically makes the slower Pokemon move fast and the faster Pokemon move last. And if you know anything about our team, is that we have a Delta Muk and Delta Snorlax, both incredibly slow. He has a Delta Reuniclus, which looks insane, by the way. It twisted dimensions, but look at that. That looks horrifying. But we take advantage of Trick Room because we have two extremely slow Pokemon, and now they are the fastest on the field, which he didn't plan for, but it came into our favor. Delta Reuniclus got an Omni Boost, not an Omni Boost, but a special attack and special defense boost, which was pretty scary at times. Took down the Mega Reuniclus. His team was not a big problem, and we took down all of his Pokemon. Now onto the champion. I have no clue who the champion is. There was no hints so far. So we go into the champion battle kinda blindsided. And the champion actually turns out to be Rukra, which was insane. I started recording this battle midway through doing the battle because I was losing this battle a lot, and by that I mean a lot. So I started recording when I had good attempts, and this is in 10 times speed because my brain was like working so hard because this guy was too hard. If you know, his team is perfection, and in every sense of the word, he was creating a perfect team. The Mega Flygon took down my Mega Charizard Delta version. So did Snorlax, went down. Our Chandelure came in to finish the job. We revived our Haxorus to take down both the Tyranitar and the Volcarona with no weakness. And we finally took down Rukra, which was insane. Perfection Cult defeated, champion status attained. This team was so incredibly strong and clutch, I couldn't have done it without them. Here's the team Sayaya used to defeat Rukra as well. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe, it would be appreciated. Full playthrough on my second channel. I know there's a post game, but I genuinely want you guys to play the game and experience it for yourself. And as always, bye. Wait, random, you have one final task. What do you mean one final task? I'm the savior of the universe and the Pokemon champion. What more do I need to do? That is where I answer your question, my child. Become the third augur. Random, it is good to see you again. Congratulations on your recent victory over both the Elite Four and over Nyx. This is where we stated timeless, the 7 trainers plucked from history chosen to guard the crystal you found. But now that Nyx was defeated, the biggest threat to those crystal shards are gone. I suppose we will disband soon enough. We'll give you back the pieces you won. But there's no reason to guard them anymore. But there's one last task we have before we can split. You see, when we gave Adam that crystal, it made him the guardian of the region. We chose the first augur. While we weren't able to choose the second, it's only appropriate we choose this next one. Looking around, there's only one trainer in Torrent who I know is capable of protecting it, as well as Adam could. The one who saved our entire universe, you, Random. But there are formalities to observe. If you want to guard the region, you're going to have to show us what you're made of. Don't worry, we're not sadists, you're perfectly welcome to heal your Pokemon in between bouts. This isn't some kind of Elite 7. When you defeat the main 6 of us, the way to our leader will open. Please take your time, we're in no rush, but we do need to choose a new Augur. The final battle. Let us begin. And there we go, guys. Our Pokemon Insurgence adventure has come to an end. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. And as always, see ya. Bye.